Hey, everybody. Good morning, good night, good middle of the night, depending on when you're watching. Welcome back to the Beyond the Lines Coloring Podcast. I'm your host, Color Mama 360, and I am so excited to have you back for episode 2. So, we are already on episode 2 of the podcast. I just wanted to point out that my plan for now is to be releasing episodes every other week on Saturdays. So I know there's already a lot that goes on Saturdays. We have lots of fun little Saturday videos that creators make weekly. And so the thing that I like about the podcast is you don't need to listen to it as soon as it comes out. You'll have a whole 2 weeks to listen before the next episode. So if you want to stay caught up, I think that will give everybody plenty of time. And I think that gives me a good starting point to see how it goes. So if you want to make sure you don't miss any episodes, make sure to subscribe or follow whatever platform you're listening on so that you don't miss any of the new episodes. But as of right now, I'm planning on releasing them every other week. All right, guys, let's jump into some coloring news for this week, as well as just kind of things that are going on this month. First off, I wanted to highlight a Monday stream train that has started. So this includes Zoe's Colorful Creations, Jess from Coloring Bumblebee, Steve from the Coloring Commander, and Polly from Polly Puts the Color On. So if you want to watch them, you can watch all of them stream on Mondays. If you're not familiar with what a stream train is, it basically just means that they each stream one after another. And so that has been super fun. I was able to jump in last Monday, the Monday of the week I'm filming this or recording this, and it was super fun to see everybody interacting and having fun in the chat. I also really liked that all the creators that participate in the stream train also jump into each other's streams and interact in the chat as well. So if you want to know more information about that, check out their channels, but it looks like that is going to be on Mondays. And in addition to that news around streaming, if you're ever looking for a calendar or you want to know who is streaming when just in general, Jess over at Coloring Bumblebee puts a schedule in all the descriptions of her lives that shows who's streaming on what days and at what times. So you can always go over there and check out that schedule if you want to see which days different creators are streaming. Also, along the same lines of live streams, Jennifer over at Told You What Colors is currently doing 30 days for 30 minutes, where she live streams for 30 minutes a day and is coloring in her Lulu Mayo books. So I've also been able to jump into a few of those here and there, and those have been super fun as well. I love seeing her passion for Lulu Mayo. She absolutely loves her, and I'm loving it. I'm here for it. So it's been super fun to watch her do that as well. And as always, if you're interested in any of my live streams over on YouTube, I do streams Friday mornings, 5:30 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I also have been doing topics for my live streams. So if you'd like to see June's topics, head over to my Instagram account or my YouTube channel. I have a little calendar on there that shows you which topic I'm talking about on each day. All right, moving right along with coloring news, Lauren Reed Colors is doing a little hashtag Creative Haven June 2026. And you can color in any of your Creative Haven books and make sure to tag her and use the hashtag. Adele over at Add the Colors created a Coloring Sins bingo. I've been loving seeing people do this. It's just different, quote unquote, coloring sins that you might have in the form of a bingo card. So people have been doing them on live streams and videos, etc. And it's been super fun to watch. If you would like to see me participate in that on any of my platforms, please let me know in which format, and I would be happy to do so. Also, Jazzy Doodle Designs is doing a full book collab in Fragile World. Now, at the time that I'm recording this, she still has spots open. I don't know that that will be the case when this podcast episode comes out. So you'll want to head over and check that out if you're interested to see if she has any spots open or get on the wait list. She also does full book collabs, I think, every month or every other month. And if you want to know which one she's doing when, make sure to get on her newsletter because she sends that out and lets you know when to sign up, how to sign up, all of that if you're interested in any of her other full book collabs. On that note, Piggy Pens Joe is also doing a second Fantasy Worlds collab. So if you're interested in getting involved in that, again, at the time that I'm recording this, she still has spots open. So you'll want to head over and see if that is still the case if you're interested. Also on the lines of Joe over at Piggy Pen, she created a video, 10 Comforting Creators, where she shared 10 of her top most comforting creators that she likes to watch over on YouTube. And this was part of the Share the Love community tag. So I really thought that that was cool. I've seen people already participating in it. I love all of the ideas that Joe has around spreading the love in the community and just highlighting some of our own favorite creators as well. So if you're interested in that, make sure to go and check that out over on Joe's channel. I also wanted to point out that I have not forgotten about and am not ignoring the fact that we have reached 1,000 subscribers and more actually on YouTube. I didn't make a post or anything about this. I kind of kept it on the down low, and that's just because I knew that this milestone was probably going to be pretty close to coinciding with my channelversary, which is in July. And so instead of doing two separate things to celebrate those milestones, I decided to do just one big celebration the whole month of July. And I'm going to be doing some fun stuff, including I have a couple of gift card giveaways, Q&As, just kind of a look back on the last year, some extended live streams. So I have a lot of fun stuff going on in July to celebrate both of those milestones. But I did not forget about you guys. I just wanted to point that out, that I've decided to kind of combine the celebration into one big long month long. There we go. Month long celebration. All right, guys, let's go ahead and jump into today's episode. So today's episode is actually a quiz, and the quiz is, what colorist are you? So the best way to probably participate in this quiz is just have somewhere that you can keep track of your answers. This is one of those types of personality quizzes where I'm going to ask you a question and then give you different choices, A, B, C, or D, and you're going to just want to write down your letter answer, because at the end you'll want to know how many of each letter you have. So, all right, well, we're just going to jump right into it. Let me quickly grab a drink and then we will start off with the first question. Okay, everybody. First question is, a new coloring book catches your eye. What makes you buy it? A, I can see myself finishing most of the book. B, it's gorgeous and I need it in my collection. C, it looks fun and I want to start coloring in it immediately. D, the artwork fits the vibe I'm currently into. Question 1, a new coloring book catches your eye. What makes you buy it? A, I can see myself finishing most of the book. B, it's gorgeous and I need it in my collection. C, it looks fun and I want to start coloring in it immediately. Or D, the artwork fits the vibe I'm currently into. And if, just as a side note, guys, if you miss any of the questions or the answer choices, they're all going to be in the description. So you can always go back if you need to see them in written form as well. Question number 2, how many works in progress do you currently have? A, 0 to 3. B, I don't know, but they're organized. C, more than I'd like to admit. D, no idea, I'm just here for the coloring. Question number 2, how many works in progress do you have right now? A, 0 to 3. B, I don't know, but they're organized. C, more than I'd like to admit. D, no idea, I'm just here for the coloring. Question number 3, your ideal coloring session includes A, a goal to finish a page. B, looking through books and supplies beforehand. C, whatever page sounds fun in the moment. D, a cozy setup, snacks, blankets, and good vibes. Question number 3, your ideal coloring session includes A, a goal to finish a page. B, looking through books and supplies beforehand. C, whatever page sounds fun in the moment. D, a cozy setup, snacks, blankets, and good vibes. Question number 4, how do you choose colors? A, I have a plan. B, I have hundreds of options to choose from. C, I grab what feels right. D, I build a mood or aesthetic. Question number 4, how do you choose your colors? A, I have a plan. B, I have hundreds of options to choose from. C, I grab what feels right. D, I build a mood or aesthetic. Question number 5. What best describes your relationship with backgrounds? A, I finish them because the page isn't complete without them. B, depends on the book. C, backgrounds? What backgrounds? D, I use them to create atmosphere. What best describes your relationship with backgrounds? A, I finish them because the page isn't complete without them. B, depends on the book. C, backgrounds. What backgrounds? D, I use them to create atmosphere. Question number 6, a no-buy challenge for coloring supplies. A, I can stick to it. B, sounds difficult. C, sounds impossible. D, depends on my mood. Question 6, a no-buy challenge for coloring supplies. A, I can stick to it. B, sounds difficult. C, sounds impossible. D, depends on my mood. Question number 7, which statement feels most like you? A, finishing books is incredibly satisfying. B, collecting books is part of the hobby. C, rules are meant to be broken. D, coloring is my relaxation time. Which statement feels most like you? Finishing books is incredibly satisfying. Collecting books is part of the hobby. Rules are meant to be broken. Coloring is my relaxation time. Question 8. Your friends would describe your coloring style as consistent. A, consistent. B, well stocked. C, spontaneous. D, cozy. Your friends would describe your coloring style as A, consistent. B, well stocked. C, spontaneous. D, cozy. Question number 9. What would stress you out the most? A, leaving a book unfinished forever. B, missing out on a new release. C, being forced to color only one book for a year. D, losing the joy and relaxation of coloring. What would stress you out the most? A, leaving a book unfinished forever. B, missing out on a new release. C, being forced to color only one book for a year. D, losing the joy and relaxation of coloring. Question number 10. All right, guys, this is the last question. You discover a new artist you love. What's your first move? A, pick one book and start planning pages. B, buy several books immediately. C, start coloring right away. D, save it for the perfect mood or session. You discover a new artist you love. What's your first move? A, pick one book and start planning pages. B, buy several books immediately. C, start coloring right away. D, save it for the perfect mood or session. Okay, guys. Now you're going to want to just look at wherever you're keeping track of your answers. And if you have mostly and then a certain letter, that is going to correspond with your colorist personality type. Now, I have also been playing along and we'll kind of discuss this more as we go, but I have a tie. So I have the same number of A's as B's. So I'm guessing that just means that I'm a little bit of both of those personality types. So this one would apply to me. Mostly A's, the completionist. So this is kind of the vibe of I paid for the whole book, so I'm coloring in the whole book. You thrive on progress and love seeing finished pages and completed books. You're motivated by accomplishment and probably have fewer whips than most colorists. So that is, if you have mostly A's, you are the completionist. And again, if you would like to see your results, I will put all of this information in the description, probably on its own separate link because it is quite a lot. All right, mostly B's, my mostly B's people, you are the collector. So this one also would apply to me. I'm somewhere in the middle of these two. So the collector, your sort of vibe is buying coloring books, and coloring books are separate hobbies. So buying and coloring books and coloring books are separate hobbies. They're two hobbies. You love discovering artists, collecting books, and keeping up with releases. Your collection is part of the fun, and you enjoy the hobby beyond just coloring. The collector mostly sees the chaos goblin. Your vibe is my coloring process is guided by the vibes. So that worked out well. You color whatever sounds fun in the moment. You start projects impulsively, experiment often, and don't worry much about the rules. Your creativity thrives in chaos. I see this one as those people that are just like those super mixed media people. They love kind of the chaotic vibe of pages. That's what I'm picturing in my mind by the Chaos Goblin. Kind of an interesting name. I don't think any of you are necessarily a goblin, but okay. Um, Mostly D's, the cozy colorist. So your sort of motto is I'm here for a good time, not a stressful time. Coloring is your happy place. You care about comfort, mood, and relaxation. Your ideal session involves a cozy setup and zero pressure. The cozy colorist. Okay, if you need or want to participate in a bonus tiebreaker question, if you had an unexpected free afternoon, what would you do? A, finish a page I've been working on. B, browse new books and supplies. C, start something completely different. D, make a drink, get comfortable, and color whatever sounds relaxing. Now, I was one of the people that needed a tiebreaker, but this question is really hard because I would do multiple of these things if I had a free afternoon. I'm one of those people that likes to do just a lot of coloring related activities as well as coloring. So if I had a whole free afternoon, I would want that jam packed with multiple things. So I don't think that I can pick one on this, but um somewhere between finish a page I've been working on, browse new books and supplies, and start something completely different are probably where I'm at. I am not so much of a cozy sort of vibe person. I think it has a little bit to do with my setup. If I had like a super nice, comfy, completely separate room that was just for coloring, I could definitely see how I could get more into the cozy vibes. But because my creative space doubles as multiple different things, I just don't necessarily feel that vibe as much. Also, that could just be because it is hotter than heck where I'm at. Summer is definitely here. And for whatever reason, I have to have like cold in my mind to think cozy. I just think warm and cozy. I can't just think cozy in general. So I don't know. I don't think I'm much of a cozy colorist, but some of you who are, make sure to let me know down in the comments. What is your setup like? I'm curious to know. Does your setup look different as a cozy colorist? Because I really feel like that contributes to mine, but I could just be making things up. All right, guys. Well, this was just a fun little coloring quiz that I wanted to kind of see where I land. And if any of you joined me, I would love to hear what your coloring personality type ended up being. If you have any suggestions or topics that you would like to hear about in future episodes, make sure to let me know at colormama360@gmail.com. And I would like to point out again, guys, if you are interested in coming on the podcast as a guest, I would be more than happy to have you. And with that being said, next episode, I have my very first podcast guest. And I am so excited. And I think you guys are going to be too. I'm not going to tell you who it is, although I'm sure some of you can guess, but I'm not going to tell you who it is. It's going to be a somewhat surprise. I'm so excited. They are an amazing colorist, well known in the community, and I have some fun questions. We're really going to get into it. So make sure to join me next time. And if you're interested in being a guest on the podcast, you can fill out my interest form or just email me at colormama360 and we will get something set up. Again, I don't do any sort of video for that, so you'll just need some way to record audio if you would like to come on and be a guest. All right, guys, let's jump in to our colorist spotlight this week. I want to spotlight Natalia at Fearlessly Colorful. Now, I'm hoping I'm saying her name right. I think it is pronounced Natalia. Um, I just watched one of her videos this morning too, and I'm sure she said her own name, but Natalia is, I mean, her channel is probably one of the most uniquely curated channels that I've found. She has everything from your typical like completed pages videos to coloring vlogs, tags videos, flip throughs. She really has everything. She's really well rounded, and that's what I've really been enjoying about her channel. So if you haven't followed or subscribed to Natalia's channel, Fearlessly Colorful, please do so. She's really great. I'm really loving what she's creating over there, and I can't wait to continue to watch her grow and see what else she creates. She's one of the people that I have definitely been keeping my eye on her channel. Every time something new comes up, I add it to my watch later list. And as soon as I get the chance, I am on top of it watching her videos. So if you haven't checked out Natalia, make sure to do so. Like I said, she's really great. And I love the variety of content she has on her channel right now. She's really done well in leaning into that variety, trying out different things. So that is why I wanted to spotlight this week Natalia at Fearlessly Colorful. And you will find everyone who I've talked about today, including during coloring news, linked in the description. So make sure to go check out all of them as well. All right, guys, we are going to end with my favorites of the week. I have a couple this week. So one is I got I don't know how else to describe them besides they're sort of like paint chips. But Lucy Fox Arts on her Ko-fi store has these sort of paint chip sort of else do you describe them? Swatch sheets that I really, really like the way they're set up. Now, if you watched my unpopular opinions video over on YouTube, you know I don't normally swatch my supplies, but I saw these and I was like, I need those. I need to get those, print them out, fill them out, and see if I like them because they're such a unique setup. And I think that they're going to be really great for, I color a lot of different places. And so I think they're going to travel well with me. And that's what I like about them. So I've been enjoying those. That's definitely one of my favorites for the week. I will again link her in the description. So if you want to check out what I'm talking about and get more of a visual representation, go over to her Ko-fi store, check those out. Once mine are completed, I will also show them probably with like my completed pages for the month or something like that so that you can see what they look like completed. And then I've also, like I said, been enjoying this week coloring anywhere but my desk. I think I've done probably a limited amount at my desk. I'm not sure why it feels that way, but I learned probably last fall that I don't need to always be sitting at my desk to color. I take my coloring stuff pretty much everywhere with me. And so if I have extra time while I'm waiting for something in the car, or I have extra time, while I'm upstairs, I could just sit down and color for a few minutes. And that really helps spread it out over the day because even though my colors personality type isn't really that cozy sort of vibe, I do use it for stress relief and kind of just taking a moment to pause. And so having that stuff with me and getting over that feeling of like, oh, I have to be sitting down at a desk to color has really helped add coloring time into my day. So two things that I have been enjoying this week. All right, guys, that is it for this episode. Like I said, you're gonna want to come back for the next episode because I will have my very first guest. I already have this guest that's coming on next time, as well as another guest lined up. So lots of exciting things coming your way. Thank you so much for listening to the Beyond the Lines Coloring Podcast. I will see you guys next time. Bye, everybody. Happy coloring.